So this book basically is not really about informing humans. This book is a tool. Now deities, what I mean is starting from Shiva, Durga and all the way down, and it comes down to Kul Devi, Gam Devi and all these things. Now these are not gods. So we know the king as Kal or Kal Brahm. The western part of the world knows the king as Jehovah, as Lord or Father and as Allah. There is only one God, and there are many who are claiming to be God or appearing as God. God is not interested in really making us knowledgeable or making us more, giving us a set of information. In itself, it is just a time pass. Mantra is only connecting you to God, cancelling your karmic baggage, bringing it to zero by the time you die. It also does some healing. It also eases your life. For me, the science says do not accept anything unless you verify it. There was no such thing as you are greater, I am lesser. But that's what the humans do. They go and bow down. They put the God on a pedestal. I didn't put God on a pedestal. Shiva is mortal, Durga is mortal. They all die at the end of every creation cycle. And anyone who is mortal cannot be God.
So today we have with us an author from Ahmedabad, Pradip Mukherjee sir, and he is here to launch his book, Message from God. So let's talk to him and let us know about his new book. Hello sir, welcome to India Today. And
Hello.
tell us what made you an author and what made you write this book, sir?
A author is, in my personal experience, is someone who cannot stop but write. It is not that I wanted to write, but unless I wrote, it did not give me any peace. So, and then what I wrote, of course, comes out, and this is basically my fourth book. And the first three I wrote, but this one I did not write, I only penned. Penned means I just wrote what I was told. The other books came out of my contemplation. So that is how I became an author.
Okay. So, sir, your book is titled "Message from God." So, who exactly is God, sir? And what are you trying to portray, the message that you want to give from this book?
This book came through for only one reason, that I completed one work which was around 8 years it took for me to complete. Basically, this work was something so weird that the humans cannot really understand. But still I am saying that this work was about facilitating the souls going back home. So I was not working for the humans for 8 years, I was working for the souls so that they can go back to God. Once I completed that work in August 23, 2023, then God said, let us now work for the humans. And so from that point, then we worked out how to work with the humans, and then God gave me this material, which was a part of my 8 years journey, was then brought into the print pages, and that became a book. So this book basically is not really about informing humans. This book is a tool with which God said, speak your pain, speak your suffering, speak your misery to the book, and I will see what needs to be done. So there is a message as well as it is a tool. So this is a book which is alive and which listens and which delivers.
Okay. So, sir, for you, who exactly is God, sir? So,
in order to understand who God is, we have to very clearly understand who God is not. Because there is no way to know God very clearly, but there is very easy to know who God is not. And for that, as my book says, the 4 gods that I talked about. So we start from the bottom. The bottom all gods are like they are deities. They are the pagan gods, they are the Greek gods. Now deities, what I mean is starting from Shiva, Durga and all the way down, and it comes down to Kul Devi, Gam Devi and all these things. Now these are not gods. Then next I talk about the souls. They are also not God, even though many consider souls to be God, because they are interested in self realization, soul realization. So they consider soul to be God. And then there is so called God as who is actually the king of the universe. Not much is known about the king, but the king did reveal himself sometimes. So we know the king as Kal or Kal Brahm. The western part of the world knows the king as Jehovah, as Lord or Father, and as Allah. So that part knows the king in these names. In our place we know him as Kal or Jyoti Niranjan. Now none of them are God. So, and all of them are within this multiverse. So God comes from beyond.
Okay, so you mean to say that God is one and God is equal for everyone, as you
I
said.
wouldn't use the word equal, but true God is one.
Okay.
There is only one God, and there are many who are claiming to be God or appearing as God. Someone is claiming and others are appearing.
Okay. And what do you want to say about religion, sir?
Religion was one of the deception that was created by the king in order to trap the humans. Just like spirituality was another modality that was created by the king in order to trap the humans. And the third modality that was created by the king was where people became materialistic. Materialistic humans are obsessed with success, obsessed with power, obsessed with greed, lust. So these are all the obsessions of the materialistic humans. They are ambitious. All three are nothing but 3 ways that the king trapped the humans.
Okay. Did any spiritual teachings or philosophies influence you to write this book, sir?
No, because I saw all spiritual teachings and all religious teachings to be false.
Okay, so you mean to say that all the spiritual books that have been written till
Every spiritual book that has been written up till now is false. I give you one simple example. The highest in our part of the world, the highest teachings is considered to be the Vedas. Okay? And then there is a part that talks about the Vedant, the end of the Vedas or the crux of the Vedas, or which is known as the Upanishads. Upanishad says there is only one Brahman, which is real, which is unchanging. And Upanishad says everything else is unreal.
Okay.
Now, that is the core of the teaching, and this Brahman, when it enters into a human, it becomes Atman. Now, there is no Brahman that enters into the human to become Atman. Something does come, but Atman is not Atma. People have both merged together. Atman basically means spirit. So, a part of Brahman comes into the human. Now, what exactly human is? Human basically has a body mind and a character. The body mind that we can see, we have a physical body, we have a mind in which we think, process information, logical, rational, intuitive, quantitative, that is mind, and then we are a character, also a kind of having an identity and everything. So we are a body mind character. Apart from the body mind character, we also are a set of energy bodies. And we are one more thing, we also have a spirit. So whatever we call chakras, they are part of the energy bodies. And we have a spirit. This spirit is Atman. This spirit is what comes from the Brahman. And this spirit is not soul. But the book said that is Atma. Atma and Atman is not the same.
So, sir, then what do you have to say on Tantra, sir?
Tantra is a method of really going deep inside. And it is a method which is kind of the fastest way to go inside. Unfortunately, it is a very uncomfortable method. Because anything, if it has to be fast, it demands a huge amount of sacrifice, it demands a huge amount of intentionality, a very rigorous practice, and sometimes it can be devastating, and it is not the path of normal humans. It is the path of someone who really has the capacity to go through it. But ultimately, what are they trying to do? They are trying to come to a place of self-realization or soul realization. So one is a slow path, which is like meditation they are trying to do. Another is the path of the Tantra. Now Tantra has again many branches. Some of them are very, they call it left hand and right hand. So that is the basic about Tantra. It tries to become one with the soul.
Okay, so sir, then your book, sir, Message from God. So, do you have any spiritual teachings here? Like
No, there are no teachings. Zero.
So, what are the takeaways in the message that one can learn from this book, sir?
The takeaway is just they can come to know what are the ultimate deceptions of the universe, the highest deceptions, the way humans have been deceived to believe so many things. This is one takeaway they have, but that is not an important takeaway. What will you do with that takeaway? God is not interested in really making us knowledgeable or making us more, giving us a set of information. In itself, it is just a time pass. Book has something very much important thing. And what important thing is, because the current work is about somehow giving relief to the humans from their pain and their suffering. So this book as a whole, not the pages, as a whole, delivers that grace of God. You just talk to the book. You have pain in your head, say, I am today suffering so much from my pain. And we give a protocol in the end. What does the protocol says? Issue and a line after that. Issue means my headache, my stomach issues, I am scared of my boss, I am not able to speak in the public, I go out and I feel that my energy goes down. So these are various issues that humans have, normal issues. Say that and then say, may I have your grace, God. And that completes the whole protocol. So that is one. The other is you don't do the protocol. You just look at the book and just talk to the book, whatever your issues are. I am feeling so tight, I am so tensed, what will happen? There is a EMI I am not able to pay, and there is a debt that is piling up, and all my money is stuck there, and my relationships are going down, and people are making my life miserable. Whatever your issues are, just talk to the book, whatever makes you, gives you all kind of anxiety and worries and everything. Speak and see what happens, what the book delivers. And the book takes you to the mantra page or mantra website, where if you register, someone is going to give you the mantra. So that's once or twice in a month we have that mantra giving part. So you can take the mantra that was delivered by God.
Okay, so mantra, as you said, does mantra help us in healing our problems?
Mantra connects you with God, and the grace of God does the healing. Mantra is only connecting you to God, cancelling your karmic baggage, bringing it to zero by the time you die. It also does some healing. It also eases your life, and it calms you down. So various people have different experiences of the mantra. So all we say is, do not believe. We do not want your faith. We do not want your devotion. We do not want your trust. Come as a non-believer and come to experiment and see what the book does, what the mantra does, and what the releasing protocol does.
Okay, so sir, according to you, which is the most powerful mantra in the world, sir?
It is not it's a wrong question, because mantra by itself is never powerful. Who stands behind that mantra is what decides the power of the mantra. Now so many people, they just take a rule, look at the book, let's say Gayatri mantra. Yes. They just pick it up and then chanting or Hanuman Chalisa, whatever they have many such mantras, but it's all useless. Why it is useless? No one is standing behind that mantra. Someone has to bring that mantra alive and deliver to someone. Otherwise all mantras are dead. Any mantra that you read, written on a scripture, written on a book, all dead, till someone makes it alive and delivers.
So how can we make it alive, sir?
You cannot. It requires a huge amount of sadhana and the blessing of the deity who stands behind that mantra.
Okay. So, sir, if I am not wrong, I think you are from a science background, from the science
Yes.
background, right, sir? And now you are into this God thing. So, can you please tell us how science is related to this, God and science, so all this.
Science is not related to God. Science is my mindset. For me, the science says do not accept anything unless you verify it. That is what science basically says. And so when God came to me, what did I do? Did I really bow down to the God? I didn't do that. I told God that I don't know you. There is no way you can prove to me that you are God. There is no way I am going to believe in you. There is no way I am going to trust in you. Because as far as I am concerned, you could be God and you could be devil. And I have no way to cross check which one you are. And you could be anyone in between. So I am not going into the discussion of what you are. What I am looking into is, what do you want? Tell me that. And so then he started telling what he wants, and then I found that he really doesn't want anything for the humans. He wants it only for his children, that his children should go back home, and for that he was going to use the humans. I said, but I am a human. Why? I don't care about the souls. I don't know who the souls are. I don't know whether they are trapped or not trapped. That may be your agenda, and you have so much of love for your children. I don't have any love for your children, in spite of the fact that because of my soul I am alive, but I don't know my soul and I have no love for my soul. I am seeing the humans. As a human, I see another human and I see my pain and I see their pain. So I care for the humans. So you may not care for the humans, I care. So you have to really give something to the humans in return for me working for your children, that they go back home. And that was where science was. The science said, I do not believe in you. I want results in this realm in real time and not going through certain amount of so-called sadhana. No sadhana, simple stuff. Like I say ABC and it is done. That's where science came in. It was very clear, crystal clear, the way I interacted with God. There was no such thing as you are greater, I am lesser. But that's what the humans do. They go and bow down. They put the God on a pedestal. I didn't put God on a pedestal. And that was perfect. He said, you are authentic. All the humans are inauthentic. They don't know they are gods. And they put them on a pedestal. And they just want to please their God. And they have no idea whether the God is giving back or not. And I tell the humans that actually those whom you worship, they actually exploit you. These gods are not benevolent gods whom you worship. They are using you. They are creating your pain. They are creating your suffering. And you don't know all these things. And you think that just by going to the temple or going to the masjid, going to the church, going to that place and doing your worships, you are pleasing them, and they will give you a few things like give you a job, get you a marriage, get you something, means your disease is healed and you are very happy. But who caused your disease? They caused your disease. Ask them, why did you cause it? That you made me beg to you that now heal it.
Okay. So then, who are the real gods, sir?
There is only one real God. And this real God is the one who is immortal. Shiva is mortal, Durga is mortal. They all die at the end of every creation cycle. And anyone who is mortal cannot be God.
Thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
talking
you.
to us. And this was Pradip Mukherjee, sir, from Ahmedabad, with us India Today. And it was nice talking to him. And the way he spoke about God and religion and spiritualism, so it was a great lesson taking from him. And thank you so much once again.
Thank you.